Here there be dragons. Today is the second day of Commander 2017 previews, heavily featuring the Dragon Tribe, and we've got plenty to go over. On the Magic homepage today, lead designer of Commander 2017, Gavin Verhey, introduces the team behind this year's release and explains why there are only 4 decks this year as opposed to the 5 decks from previous years. After the intro, Verhey dives right into 4 new cards. First is a card that will appear in all 4 decks, Path of Ancestry. A common land, it enters the battlefield tapped and says tap, add to your mana pool 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. When that mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scry 1. Next is a card from a cycle that should appear throughout all 4 decks. Kindred Discovery is a rare enchantment for 3 blue. It says, as Kindred Discovery enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. Next is one of the headliners of the Dragon deck, the Dragon. A mythic 10/10 legendary dragon avatar for 4 and white, blue, black, red, green. It has flying and says Eminence. As long as the Dragon is in the command zone or on the battlefield, other dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever 1 or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards, then you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. The final card from Verhey comes with a bit of a story you'll want to check out on the article. Wasitora NEKORU Queen is a rare 5/4 legendary cat dragon for 2 black, red, green. It has flying and trample and says, whenever Wasitora NEKORU Queen deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. If the player can't, you create a 3/3 black, red, and green cat dragon creature token with flying. Also on the Magic homepage today, Adam Staborski introduces O-Kagachi Vengeful Kami, a mythic 6/6 legendary dragon spirit for 1 and white, blue, black, red, green. It has flying and trample and says, whenever O-Kagachi Vengeful Kami deals combat damage to a player, if that player attacked you during his or her last turn, exile target non-land permanent that player controls. Next, hosts Sean Tavares and Andy Hall from the Commander's Brew podcast get not 1, but 2 new preview cards. First, Territorial Hellkite is a rare 6/5 dragon for 2 red, red. It has flying and haste and says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent at random that Territorial Hellkite didn't attack during your last combat. Territorial Hellkite attacks that player this combat if able. If you can't choose an opponent this way, tap Territorial Hellkite. Next is Scale Lord Reckoner, a rare 4/4 dragon for 3 white, white. It has flying and says, whenever a dragon you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, destroy target non-land permanent that player controls. Yesterday, German YouTube channel Magic Shibby revealed the card Bloodforged Battle Axe, and now we have a full English translation. This card should appear in the Feline Ferocity deck as it was previewed yesterday. A rare equipment for 1 mana, it equips for 2 and says equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. Finally, yesterday and today's card of the day on the Magic homepage confirmed that Command Tower and Sol Ring will be returning to Commander 2017. That's our show for today, August 8th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.